Real Housewives of Atlanta provide us unseen footage of Porsha going mad at her assistant.
Porsha, wait! No, Porsha, no! You have way too much to lose. You saying that you was walking out. Hey. Let me go. Jenny, do you know? No. Porsha!
Hey guys, it is Morali. Hope you guys are all doing well today. This reunion was absolutely mad. There was so much to divulge into. Just when you thought that part 1 and part 2 were good, we have part 3, which is just too much. Before I get into that, today I'm serving you with a puffy jacket that is from BLVCK clothing line. And they recently gave it to me, and this coat keeps me warm. It looks great. It's quite shiny as well. So sorry guys if that might irritate you, but I thought I'd show it to you guys. It's a bomber jacket, white shirt, some trousers. If you want something like this, use my promo code MURAD10 that you can get discount on anything from their website. The link is down below, so please go check that out if you want to. Get some discount on some new clothes, and they do ship worldwide, so you can order them from anywhere, child. Before we get into anything, Nene is obviously back. Now, we see her coming into the reunion with her jumpsuit. Personally, I think her jumpsuit is okay. The jumpsuit, I think, was a bit too much in terms of her outfit and appearance. Should have gone with like a dress or something. However, she did look nice. It's not like it didn't suit her, but a dress would have been better. Two original housewives, Sheree and Nene. And they're obviously going to go rehash over their great friendship.
With him, I was running to the bank, sweetie. Good. I am very rich, bitch. Rich, you need to get your teeth fixed. How about that?
Now, these two have been great. They have been like a good duo, I would say, along with Kim and Zodiac, who's not on the show anymore. Apparently, she'll come back next season, which would be great to see. But we have Sheree and Nene just going over their arguments. They've done this so much. They're constantly rinsing this out, I feel. However, it's always nice to see when they do rehash over it, because their arguments have actually been the pinnacle of the Real Housewives franchise.
For the rest of this time, we sitting up here. Oh, don't make that face. Fix that back. Fix that face.
So it's quite funny to see it about these two original housewives. Yet again, I'm upset that Sheree's just been sitting on the sidelines throughout this whole reunion. She hasn't really said anything, done anything. They didn't really rehash over the whole Kenya and Sheree thing. That's probably the only altercation that she got involved into. Not that it's good for someone to get into altercations constantly, but it's nice to see an interesting side. There wasn't really much going on with Sheree. Yeah, her friendship with Bob was one, and that's really it. The whole Kenya and Sheree thing died right after the first episode, so there wasn't really much to go into when it comes to Sheree. Kim feels reading the hell out of Kenya.
Your time on living single.
I said I had met you 10 years ago.
Hollywood to try to validate what you were saying.
Now Kenya deserves it, because as I've stated before, she is attempting to stir, and she has stirred a lot in the season. So the more you stir, the more people will attempt to call you out for it when it comes to the actual reunion.
Say for 10 years, specifically. I said 10 years. I have been in Hollywood for 20 years. I have worked with her when she was on Living.
And this is what's happened with Kenya. She really has tried it. And Kim just went mad. When she started clapping her hands saying, "You've used your years in Hollywood," I'm like, oh my God, you better get it, and you better get it good. She just read Kenya for filth. She just absolutely desiccated her. We have Chris asking Kenya about the accusations that she has made about her calling out on his sexuality and judging him, all this bullcrap. And this turtlehead, this stupid turtlehead wants to get into it, Matthew. Now Matthew pisses me off. I don't like Matthew. He's irritating. He's just in the corner in the back. He thinks he knows everything.
Address me.
I've already answered
He's
you.
talking to her.
That's
yeah,
okay,
but
baby.
she just answered your question.
It's okay, baby.
So no one's speaking to you, Matthew, so please keep quiet until someone speaks to you. Kenya can fend for herself. Nobody's fighting anyone physically, so it's not that deep, Matthew. So I advise you to just imagine a chair, imagine a brown chair, walk towards this brown chair and take a seat. Because I've had enough of your nonsense. I don't know who you are, so I don't know why you're talking. Kenya didn't have anything to say because it highlights her nonsense, it highlights and stresses the fact that all she does is stir. This season, I'm upset with Kenya. Her performance hasn't been that great. You could say, oh, we need a villain for the show. She makes the show interesting. She makes the show uncomfortable to watch. I cannot stress that. Her storylines are forced and she's constantly stirring. She didn't have an answer for Chris.
Who calls me Chrissy?
Google yourself and find out.
Kenya, who calls me Chrissy?
You can Google yourself and find out.
You said you know.
Chris expressed and stressed constantly where to get the information from, and she's like, Google me, Google me. Google me, but you're the one who said it. So if you're the one saying it, surely you should have an answer for why you said it in the first place. So I think it was a shame. He couldn't even apologize to Chris, and Andy even got angry. Let me tell you first and foremost, before we get into this whole Kenya, Chris, and anything else, Andy checked all the girls. Andy this was the episode, this was the reunion, that first time I've seen where Andy was just fed up of people.
You're all kind of gay bashy and doing this thing where You accuse him of being this way. I mean, it was taunting and it was derogatory. Everybody's.
He checked all the girls nicely, and he got at Kenya because Kenya couldn't apologize. Now, obviously, he's getting himself, so that's probably why it might hit him on a personal level, or maybe he was just fed up and he was just pissed off by the fact that she can't apologize, and he had to constantly reciprocate to Kenya. That's not an apology. That's not an apology.
Why have you not apologized?
Well, because first of all,
She's a horrible person.
And she couldn't even apologize. I don't understand how you're stirring about someone. You're making accusations about someone that are unfair, unjust. The main baseline of what you can do is just apologize to the person.
was offensive to you.
Somehow was offensive. That is a crappy apology.
Okay, well,
If
you
it
know,
was
I
somehow-
tried.
But you can't even do that. That clearly shows more about your character than it does about Chris or anyone else on the show. Like, on the other side, we have Matt and Kenya actually going forward. Matt has professed his love for her, and Kenya's done the same, so everyone's kind of happy for them to go on forward, prosper, multiply, whatever they need to do. I am happy for them personally. They are a good couple in terms of the fact that Kenya needs a man. I cannot stress this enough. She's never had a man before on the show. She finally has one now. And then we have Porsha versus Nene.
And I've not touched anybody.
Didn't you choke somebody?
Where was that? Did you see any footage of it? Have you seen any footage of me?
Now, Porsha and Nene get into it, and I'm glad that Porsha has defended herself. Or however, this reunion episode, I was quite happy with her the way she handled herself. The last reunion episode, however, I kind of see the flaws in what's going on, and it's a very complex situation to talk about. However, I'm happy that Porsha has defended herself, because Nene is no person to be telling someone, don't put your hands on someone. When you've done it to Kim Zolciak, you practically choked her. It wasn't on camera, but you choked her. And the fact that you said, oh, well, at least I'm smart enough to do it off camera, that clearly stresses that you are violent and that you did do it, and that and that you saying that you did it on cameras or didn't do it off cameras, that doesn't change anything.
I bet you I was smart enough to not have it on the camera, but you wasn't. And there's a difference.
It doesn't make you a better person because you did it off cameras, Nene. I don't understand where you're coming from. I feel like people are ganging up on Porsha, and I'm happy, and I'm just so happy that Kim Fields had to say, oh, well done for going to anger management classes, because going to anger management classes and also talking about a problem is a very, very big step to do. And I'm happy that someone has acknowledged the fact that Porsha done that.
Congratulations for doing what you're doing so far. The fact that you went to counseling.
For sure.
And then came here and talked about it, that's real grown up.
Porsha was provoked several times. The situation with Cynthia, she was on a mad one. With Kenya, she had the dumb things flying on her face. It doesn't really... She was provoked. If you provoke someone, don't be upset with their reactions. That's just the way I feel about it. However, Porsha should control her anger, and I've said this many times that she is a great person. She's constantly improving. I don't know why Nene's saying she's not improving. She is improving as she's going on in the seasons. However, there are certain things, and like her anger, that are pulling her back.
Like, oh, if Porsha even looked like she want to come,
right,
they're automatically on the defense.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad that she's going to management classes, and I'm hoping that she can improve. And for next season, if she's still on there, she can continue to improve herself and no longer going. Because this whole footage that we saw with her assistant, that was the biggest tea of all. I was like, what the hell? The way she ran to her assistant. Seeing footage like this was very uncomfortable for the ladies and also for the people watching at home. I do feel sorry for Porsha in that sense, because she needs to control herself, because it is giving her a bad image.
Her wig, her hair came off and everything, beating her like... Are you kidding me? And they were like, Holyfield.
People won't work with her. In that retrospect, Nene is right, and I do feel sorry for Porsha, because she's going down a lane that she shouldn't be going down, and she really needs to just control herself. And even getting into Kenya, because Kenya and Porsha are never going to get along, always about the whole septum stuff and the whole argument, and she's constantly rehashing over it, and Porsha has to constantly defend herself. I do feel sorry for her.
You are not cured from being this angry, violent person. I didn't call you out of your name. You called me out of my name first.
Even Candy, I'm thinking, Candy, a couple of seasons ago, during the Pillow Talk episode, you lost your damn mind. And why did you lose your damn mind? Why did you lose your damn mind, Miss Candy? Miss Candy Bruce, why did you lose your mind? Because Cynthia's hands were in your face. When someone provokes you, you are going to lose your mind. Phaedra and Candy and Todd stuff is just very, very bad. And we're going down back to square one, even back now, as Candy has expressed that these two aren't going to be great friends anytime soon. It is a sad story to watch, but it is what it is, guys.
Forward. Let's go back before it even got in the
But what I'm
news.
saying is,
The December prior to the year she's talking about is when she was supposed to have had everything turned in and paid.
want to get
About the whole check situation, I do see where Candy's coming from. She is calling out Phaedra for the flaws that she has made. She likes to tie things up before reunions or before an event, so therefore she can save herself to save face, and the fact that she can save herself from any form of argument. Was Todd just went in. Todd went in. That's all I can say to you right now.
about what Todd is doing, but Apollo was in your house and you ain't know what the he was doing? Get out of here, man.
Really?
You smarter than that. You got
yeah,
degrees,
really? Okay.
you got all these certificates. Come on, man.
He is right in the respect that Phaedra knew everything about what he was doing, about going out, but you didn't know what your own husband was doing at home. I was like, oh my god, that was the read of the life. And Phaedra didn't know what to say. She was quiet. Phaedra was just too quiet. She had no idea what to say. And I was like, Phaedra, you've been red filth. It's sad to see that, because you normally read people, but however, Todd does have a point. He has a very valid point. Needless to say, it's a complex problem. Candy and Phaedra, are they going to be great friends again? Maybe next season they can resolve. I don't even know, man. But Todd just had enough of it. They were throwing out checks. They were throwing out their papers, their emails. They were going through and rehashing it, because the fact that they have this stuff on them clearly shows that this is a very deep-rooted problem for both parties. Whew. But there was a lot to get into in this reunion. There was just so much to get into. You know, the whole, as I've just said, the Phaedra, Todd, Candy, messy stuff. Porsha and her anger management problems. Nene's coming back. Kim just going in on Kenya and Chris as well. Both of them going in on Kenya and just absolutely desiccated her life for the bullshit that she talks about. Matt and Kenya going forward and professing their love for each other. Sheree sitting on the sidelines, not doing anything. Andy checking all the girls, just going in on all of them, and I'm happy that he has, because sometimes he just gets fed up of the bull crap and needs to let them know what it is and how it is. So I'm happy he's done that. This whole Porsha footage that was unseen and that was shown, that was just so sad to see, because I'm a good fan of Porsha, but this really does bring me back, and I want to know what your thoughts are on this particular situation. Her anger management problems are bringing her down to a hole that she does not need to fall into. However, she's constantly falling into this hole. I don't know why, but it is what it is, and this was a horrible situation to see. Yes, she had remorse straight away, but that doesn't really mean that you... I don't know, like having remorse for a situation doesn't really matter, because you've done it anyways. It's been done. So your remorse doesn't really save face. It doesn't bring back time. And all I see it as, needs to stop these fights with people, because it is giving her enemies ammunition against her, like Kenya always going on, and her Cynthia using it as well, even Candy talking about it, now even Nene as well. And Porsha really had to defend herself, but to be honest, she really didn't have any legs to stand on, because that footage spoke for itself. It was very sad to see the way she ran up to that person. The faces of the ladies were very comfortable to watch while doing what she was doing. Yes, someone's being disrespectful, but Nene is right. If you constantly act like this with your colleagues, people would not want to work with you in the future. So Porsha, I hope you can improve yourself for this sake. This was the penultimate episode of Housewives of Atlanta. It was absolutely a mad one. This has been a good season to watch and reviews. My first season reviewing and watching it, and it really has taken off for me in terms of like everyone was watching it. So once again, I thank everyone who's tuned in. Whether you've liked my videos, disliked it, commented, shared, subscribed, whatever you have done, I am so appreciative. I thank you guys so much. I enjoyed reviewing this whole season. There's one more episode revealed, and that's next week, called Secrets Revealed. So I want to get into that as well again next week. Anything related to Rhoa, I'm going to throw at you guys as well, because obviously that's probably my favourite reality TV show out there. But it was funny, the whole Frick and Frack, Porsha and Phaedra, and then it's Frick and Frack, and how they're going to get people together. It was just a nice name to give them. The humour side to the reunion was quite funny, and it did make me laugh a couple of times whilst watching it.
Never come for Sheree.
We'll have to double team Sheree.
Okay, Frick and Fred, I have to get you. Very well.
Well, also, I was given these watches kindly from a watch company called BUREI. You probably can't see it from here, so I'll give you a close-up. And they're all over Amazon right now, and they are obviously the hot topic. Everyone's getting these in the UK, and I have been given a promo code. So if you want to get a watch for yourself or for your girlfriend, your boyfriend, my promo code will be in the description box below for people in the UK, USA, anywhere. Use these codes, guys. These watches are already on discount, but I can get you 20% further off the watches. So please go check these out, guys. The links are all in the description box below for all my discounts and promo codes, so you guys aren't only just watching a review, you can also save some money and get some gifts for yourself. So I thought why not? It'll be a small gift for the guys who actually are paying their valuable attention of watching me, which I'm so appreciative for. So thank you so much, guys. But if you want to watch, you can get 20% off the sales price, so they're actually very cheap, so please go check that out. The details are all in the box description below, and the promo codes will be there as well. So use those promo codes when you check out and you're about to buy them, and you can save yourself some money and get you guys a nice brand new watch. Follow me on Instagram, guys. You already know what it is, Murad_Morali. I upload daily images related to men's fashion wear every single damn day, so please go check that out. Like and follow me and support me, please, on there. And I relay that all to my website, www.muradmorali.com, so please go check out my website and my Instagram. I would appreciate that so much. Go and get this code if you want to. Use my discount code Murad10. That is Murad10, and get a discount on anything. They ship worldwide, guys, so please go check that out and support me and buy stuff from their clothing line. This episode was absolutely mad. The main recurring themes of this was the whole idea that Porsha was just getting battered for her anger management problems, which I'm going to say for myself, I'm sorry, but Porsha, you put yourself in this own predicament, especially with this unseen footage that was shown. The whole idea of Kenya being read for filth by Kim and Chris, Nene and Porsha getting into it, Nene and Kenya getting into it, the whole Phaedra and Candy situation got very heated in this reunion episode, the most heated of all three, and Todd going in as well. So I was about to dissect and analyze and divulge into you, and I'm glad that I have, guys. This is Murad Morali. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe as well. Comment below because I want to know what you guys think, and I will try to talk to you guys. Let's open a discussion. Let's get into this penultimate reunion episode, and I'll see you guys soon, and have a great day, guys.